Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. Right, so today's going to be a brand new pickup video. It's been a while since the last one, probably more than a month. I don't really remember, but it's been a while. So yeah, I've not been picking up stuff regularly. I'm not in that collector mindset anymore. It's just a case of, as I've said before with the PlayStation, buy a game, play through it, buy a new game, play through it, buy a new game. So that's what I've been trying my best to do. I can't always do that because some games are just hard. And some games are just really more arcade experiences and they haven't got like multiple levels and story and whatnot, but you get the point. So yeah, so I haven't been buying a whole lot, but I've got a decent enough amount to do a video now, I think. And I didn't want to get to a point where I bought too much. And you know, so because if I go to CEX and I just splurge, so I don't want to look like a pile of games and I got to sit here for like an hour because you're going to be like, bloody hell. But I got some good stuff anyway. So I've got some PS1 games, some PS4 games, which is unusual for me. I haven't bought PS4 games in a while, but I'm starting to make more of an effort. I'm just waiting for the prices to drop on a lot of the games, to be quite honest with you, because they're just expensive. And you know, you buy one game for 15, 20 quid, and that could be like 2 PlayStation 1 games. So it's all rationale, isn't it, after all? Anyway, I've got PS1, I've got PS4, and I've got some 360 games as well. And I've also got a system that I'm going to show you. So yeah, it's been pretty good. Since the last video, I've been pretty productive. So, PS1, what have we got? So, gonna have a go and say. Priority number one has been to try and get the Ridge Racer game sorted out. I've got Ridge Racer and I've got Rage Racer, and I picked up Ridge Racer Revolution. Still need to get number 4. Don't know why I haven't actually picked that up because it's so bloody cheap and there's millions of copies available. And it's my favourite game, and it's the only Ridge Racer I played back then, so I should get it. And you can drift, so it's got all the advantages really. But yeah, I got Ridge Racer Revolution. This is the one that I always thought was the worst one when I was collecting PlayStation years ago and I was buying these games. I'm pretty certain I didn't like this game and I thought Rage Racer was better, but to be quite honest, since I played the first 3 games, I think that actually Revolution is much better than Rage Racer. It just feels like an evolution of the first Ridge Racer. None of the 3 games really are that different. You know, they're only slight tweaks and stuff, but yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Ridge Racer 4 is the real one that really stands out as being different because you've got the whole Japanese motor scene and you've got the drifting. Yeah, so you know, Ridge Racer 4 is the one that really stands out as being completely different to the others. But it's cool. I mean, personally at the moment, because I don't have Ridge Racer 4, the one I default to is Ridge Racer because it's a simple arcade experience and you can just jump in and out, have a quick 10 minutes or something. So it's a really cool game. It's got a great soundtrack as well. The next one I picked up is a game that was recommended to me by Shaolin Skunks in the comments. I'm not entirely sure if that's still his name, but that's what he used to go by. Yes, he recommended this game and it is called Rally Championship. So I like my rally games and there's a fair few on the PS1. There's a lot I want to get still. I only played V-Rally 2 back in the 90s, but since I've started picking up PS1 games, I've noticed there's a lot of decent rally games to be trying. This one is incredible, to be quite honest with you. I don't think the controls are particularly good. I find it quite hard to get the car to stay on the track. A bit like Rally Sport Challenge on the Xbox. But with this Rally Championship game, the graphics are incredible and it's full screen, which is unusual for a PAL game. I was really surprised by that. It actually optimised the system. It's quite a late release, I think, as well. I think it's come out in the 2000s. Graphics are just absolutely stunning. I was really blown away. I mean, you could have easily, and this is very borderline, but you could have easily, if you didn't know, confuse it for a launch title for the PlayStation 2. I think the graphics are that good. It's really quite impressive. I just wish the controls were tighter, but it's a decent enough rally game. As I say, there's others I want to get, like Rally Cross 1 and 2. They look really good. And it's a WRC game as well. And of course, I need to get V-Rally 2 back because I absolutely love that game. Next one I picked up was on a whim because I never played this back when I had a PlayStation at the end of the 90s. I do remember playing it on the demo disc, but I never got around to buying the full game. And so I thought, I saw this one, I can't remember how much I paid for it now, but I got it cheap because it was on auction. And for some reason, no one bid on it. And so I got it for the opening bit and gambit. I just can't remember what it was. It was really cheap anyway. Anyway, the game is MediEvil. And this really, I suppose my interest was piqued with this one because it's been remastered on the PS4 and that got me thinking about the game. And so I thought I'd give it a try. To be honest with you, it's okay. I'm not that keen on it. I haven't really given it much time though, so I need to give it more. What I have played of it, the graphics are really nice and the sound design's really good, obviously. But I just found the game a little bit boring. It's just not clicking with me at all. So I don't know. I'll have to put it back on and play it and put some more time into it. Because obviously there is a sequel as well. And I'm not going to buy that unless I really enjoy the first one, because what's the point? But yeah, I'm not blown away by it, let's put it that way. Right, so a couple of PS4 games. Now the first one I've owned on multiple systems, played multiple times, and I'm playing through it again right now, which, you know, I really need to I really need to buy something new for the PS4 that I've not actually played, but I had to grab it because it was going cheap on Argus. They were having a sale, so I grabbed it from Argus, and it is Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, which will come as no surprise because although most people might think, well, haven't you already got that? Yeah, I had it years ago, and I'm not going to go into all of that, but I've got it again anyway. It was dirt cheap on Argus, so I thought I'm grabbing that. And I'm playing through it, and again, the game is still incredible. It's still, for me, the best one. The other two are good. They're not a patch on this one. And it all comes down to what you prefer, whether you prefer puzzle solving and tomb raiding, or just shooting people in the face. And if you like me, you enjoy shooting people in the face, then Definitive Edition is the one to play. The other two are too light on the violence, but it's just a really, really cool game. I absolutely love it. I haven't played it for a couple of days, need to go back and carry on. I've just got to the annoying part where you got to go through the forest and creep around, which, try doing that on the PS3, it's a pain in the arse. I don't actually think it's possible on the PS3. I've only ever done it because the game glitched and it didn't respawn the enemies, but yeah, for some reason the PS3 version is really broken on that section. Don't understand that. 360, Xbox One, PS4, I can stealth my way through that forest without any problems at all. Use the bow and arrow, easy. PS3 version, that game is just shit. I don't know what it is. I've got it over there. It's really bizarre. I've never been able to get through the game properly. As I say, it glitched once and let me through and I completed the game. Other than that, I would never have finished the PS3 version. I don't know if it's something to do with the programming or what it is, but really bizarre. If you let me know if you've played different versions of it and if you've experienced the same with the PS3, because I don't get that at all. Anyway, so another game I played was one that I've got on PS3. I picked it up from CEX ages ago, and I got about a quarter of the way through it, and unfortunately the disc just wouldn't work. It wouldn't load. I don't know what the hell's going on. The disc isn't heavily scratched or anything. There's a couple of light ones, but nothing major. And it got to a point, and I was really pissed off. Earlier in the game, one of the cutscenes had skipped all over the place, and it was just jumping all over the shop, and it was all out of sync, and I had to skip into I had to press some buttons, and hopefully, luckily even, it got me back into the game. But then later in the game would get to the loading screen, just hang, and it just wouldn't do anything. And I went online to find out how to do it, and they said about deleting your save data and all this stuff, and I did all this stuff. Nothing worked, it just refused to load. So I was like, oh, for God's sake. So I thought I was going to have to pick up another PS3 version, but then I noticed that the PS4 Definitive Edition was actually a reasonable price, and a guy on eBay was selling it for cheap, so I thought, just pay the money, Pete, and buy the upgraded version. So I did, and I played through it, and it is The Last of Us. Now, of course, everybody's been playing number 2. I don't know nothing about number 2, so please don't tell me anything about it. And yeah, it's great. It's still fantastic, still holds up really well. The story's excellent, the characters are excellent, the gameplay is absolutely brilliant. It's so much fun and so satisfying. The violence is off the scale, but Jesus Christ, the game's satisfying. When you smash someone in the head with a brick, it's just, I don't know, man, there's just something visceral about it. As bad as that sounds, it's really, really enjoyable. And you know, you smack them with a piece of wood, or you club them out, you're just punching the shit out of them. It's really, really cool. And yeah, I found it a lot easier this time. Only played it like maybe 3-4 times. And I played through it on this one. I think it's 60 frames on PS4, not certain, don't quote me. But it was really smooth and easy, and I just found like sections I'd struggled with in the past, I had no problem with this time. There's one area, if you've played the game you'll know this, where Ellie has to use a sniper rifle and provide cover, and there's a load of buildings and there's blokes everywhere. And I remember the first couple of times I played the game, I used to struggle with that all the time because I'm crap at stealth. And I used to just get my arse handed to me, but this time around, I just went in and murdered everyone. I didn't have any problem at all. I didn't really have to stealth much either. I just went around punching them in the face, shooting them, strangling them. No worries, setting them on fire. It was great. It's a really great experience. That's what worries me about the second one, because the graphics are so realistic that I don't know if I'm going to be able to not handle it. I don't know if I'm just going to like that, because the graphics are getting way too realistic now. I don't like it. As I said in the previous video, I don't want to kill real people. I want to kill pixels, and yeah, it kind of puts me off a little bit. And it'd be interesting to play number 2, because I know there's some controversy that I'm not actually aware of, so it'd be intriguing to find out what that's all about. Yeah, I don't know, I'll play number 2 when it comes down in price anyway. There's a lot of other games I need to play yet, but yeah, it's really good. And it's also got the DLC Left Behind, which I've started, I haven't finished. Didn't really grab me as much as the actual game, but it's alright. I've got about, I don't even know how far I've got through. I'm trying to think where I got to. I was in a mall. I think she's with a girlfriend at that point, and there were some zombies and I opened up a gate. I ain't got too far into it. It was alright. Yeah, I prefer the main game really, but it was decent. Right, so next up, got some 360 games. Now before I show you the games, I got a system, and I used to have a 360 Slim 250 gig, which was, I think I paid 40 quid for it like last year or the year before, I can't remember. It wasn't in good condition, as I say, it was 40 quid, so it was scratched to shit and it was pretty rough. But I just used it just because the PS3 is my main system, so I just had the 360 to play exclusive, and I wasn't that fussed about the scratching. But then this system came up on eBay a couple of months ago. In fact, no, about a month ago. I'm losing track of time on this lockdown thing. So about a month or so ago, a month and a half, this came up, 45 I think it was, and I couldn't resist this because it was such a good deal. So I upgraded my 360 basically, I'm sure you've worked that out. And if I can just grab it, which is unlikely because it's got a bloody slip cover on it. Hang on. Okay, so yeah. So I got the 360e, which was the last version that came out that looks like the original Xbox One. Like a really compact 360, it's lovely. And as you can see, it's a 500 gigabyte as well. So I've got the extra storage, which is great because you can obviously install your 360 games onto the hard drive, so it doesn't have to access the disc, which is really nice for loading time. Yeah, cracking little system. It is half gloss, half matte, which is a pain in the ass, but it's not that scratched up either. It's in really nice shape. So that's really good, and it'll stay clean with me anyway. So yeah, I thought I'd grab that because I thought I can't miss that deal. I just think the Slim's alright, but the scratch, it was really badly, I mean really badly scratched, and it's just donating. So I sold that and used the money to buy this. And I don't like the way the Slim looks when it's lying on its side either. It really needs to be standing up vertical because it looks brilliant like that. Whereas this one's designed to be sitting horizontal, and it just looks nice in the IKEA unit as well. It fits nicely. And the half gloss, half matte, even though it's shitty for scratches and dust, does look really, really nice. It's a cracking little system, so yeah, I'm really glad to have that in there. Anyway, games wise, so I've upgraded my copy of Halo ODST. I picked up a better one because the one I had was in pretty rough shape. I got it from CEX. This one I got on eBay for like £1 something. I won it on auction, which was pretty nice. It is of course complete. This come from GameStation or something. It's got a sticker, I never noticed that. Yeah, the reason I grabbed this is because I still haven't played this bloody game. I've played most of the Halo first-person shooter games, but I've never played this one. And Alex Blue-Tonic78 was talking about it on one of his Friday brews, and he was saying how much he was surprised by the game, how much he really enjoyed it. And so I thought, you know what, I said to Alex, I need to give it another shot because like Halo Reach is my favourite. So I played like Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Halo 4, which was awful, Halo 5, which was an absolute garbage game. But I've never played ODST, so I thought, give it a shot. And I know you don't play as Master Chief either, it's a completely separate thing, but yeah, I need to put it on and have a blast on that. I've been kind of occupied with other games at the moment. The main game that's really occupying my time is not even a game, it's just a level, and that's Moon Patrol on my phone. That's the one I'm playing, the Amico game. Can't stop playing that, I've got to put it down. The addiction is real with that game, I tell you. When the Amico comes out and I've got Moon Patrol, man, it's going to be hard to get any other games to play because I'm just going to be addicted to playing that. It's just insane. But if that's a sign of things that's come with Amico games, I'm in trouble. Next game I got is one that I've been trying to get for the 360 for months, but trying to get a good deal. I mean, normally it's around about 10 quid, so it's not an expensive game, but I wanted to try and save some money and get a good deal, and I wasn't in a rush. But anyway, I got a good deal. It came up for £5 delivered. I thought I'm having that, and it is Ridge Racer 6. I love the Ridge Racer games, one of my favourite series of games. Love arcade racing, all complete and nice. And yeah, it's even got all the leaflets and everything in there as well as the manual. Fantastic, great shape, really cool. I still think 7's better on the PlayStation 3. I just love number 7. But I think it's got some really cool tracks on number 6, and the graphics are beautiful and the sound. And I even like the bloke that does the voiceover when he's encouraging you, when you do like a really cool drift around a corner, or you you move up a space, or you get into first, and he'll just encourage you. That's really cool. But yeah, it's really good. It feels really nice. One thing I did notice about it, I don't know what it is, but it feels like the cars are more grounded, more heavy. Not in a bad way either, like they're actually like stuck to the ground, whereas on Ridge Racer 7 on the PS3, they all feel quite light and airy. I don't know, it's kind of strange. They feel like they've got more weight to them, more heft on the 360. It's very strange. Don't know how to do that, but there you go. But great game anyway. And then the last one I picked up, I've been dying to grab this on the 360. I have it on the PS3, but on the PS3 the frame rate is absolutely horrendous, and it really hurts my eyes. So I wanted to try the 360, see if it's any better. And I got this one cheap on auction the other day. Again, this was like £1 something. I didn't pay a lot for this. And I got Medal of Honor Airborne, one of my favourite Medal of Honor games. An absolutely incredible first-person shooter, World War II in particular. Awesome game. yeah, the frame rate isn't perfect. It's not as bad as the PS3 from what I can see. It doesn't hurt my eyes as much because when you're moving really quickly and left and right on the 360, it really, the PS3, it really hurts my eyes. Whereas the 360, you can see there's a frame rate problem, but it's not as horrendous as the PS3 version. So, I mean, maybe that's just because, I mean, it's 2007 that came out, so it's quite early, that's 2 years to the 360. Same year, I think it was 2007, yeah. Same year as the PS3 came out, and we just checked that, I think it was. Yeah, 2007, I was right. So, I mean, that could be why it's not so good on the PS3, because obviously, you know, the PS3 was a bastard to code for at the beginning with the cell processor, so maybe that's why it's a bit rough. But I've got both versions, so there you go. And I've been enjoying playing through it again. It's great. It's still challenging and difficult, but so satisfying and so much fun. I really don't understand why people don't praise that game more. It's definitely one of the best World War II first-person shooters, in my opinion. It's great. It's definitely up there with Call of Duty 2 anyway. So there you go, guys. That's the games I've picked up recently. As I say, I am taking my time, but when more games come in, I will do another pick-up video as usual. But I'm happy days at the moment. I'm having fun just enjoying playing my games, not rushing myself, not having any collective objectives, you know, not just having to focus and grab stuff. So I will pick up some more PS1 games shortly. Obviously with the prices rising a little bit on the games like Alien Trilogy, I need to just grab them. There's a game that I really would like. I was watching Steve's video the other day, and he was showing his collection, and he got Parodius, and I looked at the price of Parodius, and I was like, oh, ouch, that's gonna hurt. So that's gonna be a while before I just cannot buy that now. I mean, that is one that you really should just get now before it goes up again. But that's out of my reach. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. As per usual, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'll see you in the next video.